on the web at baystatedental.com.
We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646.
He rules the roost on Thursday from 6 till 10. It's Patrick Berry.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
You know, I might just wait for it.
Oh, jeez. That means I got to fill 4 more seconds?
No.
8:08 on the nose. This is the 11th day of December.
Oh, good. You got it right. Unlike Bob.
Well, you know, the clock on the wall says 11/12/2018.
I know. He kept calling it November.
Most people looking at that would think November. But I write my date
in European
11 DEC 18.
You're starting already.
So I look at that and I see the format without an issue.
Gotcha.
But it is the 11th day of December in the year 2018. Anno Domini. This is the Denken's Den.
The views expressed by the host during his monologue are those solely of his own, not those of Westfield State University, the Radio Club, our underwriters, Ken's 22 listeners, or those walking around on the
Twenty-two.
quad in the morning. And now,
We're really going to need that disclaimer.
Uh-oh.
Do we need to cover the children's ears?
Do I need to get on the dump button?
Maybe.
Nah, Ken wouldn't do
Go
that to
for
me.
it, Ken.
You know what, Pete?
What's going on, Ken?
Things are getting ridiculous with what we can or can't say, or what we watch, or what we listen to.
Oh, God. He's starting. He's going to go there.
I'd go there, too.
We did the disclaimer.
We better do it again.
You know what, Kathy?
What, honey?
Before I even go there, go ahead. Go ahead, baby.
Okay, I'm going to do this again, just so you doubly
we need
listen.
it. We need
For
it.
those of you who tuned in 2 minutes late, we're going to say this one more time, so you all understand.
Okay.
The views expressed during Ken's monologue are solely those of Ken Stomsky and do not reflect the views of Westfield State University, the Westfield State Foundation, the WSKB Radio Club, Westfield Community Radio, most average human beings, which maybe leaves us out, Persons with a Pulse, and everyone else we haven't covered in the entire universe. Go.
The other week, PETA, which stands for People Enjoy Tasty Animals,
I agree.
put out a list of preferred phrases we should be using instead of phrases that relate to animals.
Oh, I saw this article.
I love it.
This is what they bark. Instead of saying, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, we should be saying, feed 2 birds with 1 scone.
Huh?
Instead of saying, be the guinea pig, we should be saying, be the test tube.
Huh?
Instead of saying, beat a dead horse, we should be saying, and check this out, feed a fed horse.
What?
Instead of saying, bring home the bacon, we should be saying, bring home the bagels.
Now they've crossed the line.
I know, no bacon.
Instead of saying, take the bull by the horns, we should be saying, take the flower by the thorns.
What?
That is one that might make sense, the flower by the thorns.
One treat expresses what many of us may think. The elephant in the room here is that you've let the cat out of the bag just about as much as you're on a wild goose chase to seek out a fence. Rationality has gone to the dogs. A bit pig-headed. You should quit cold turkey and let sleeping dogs lie.
He got them all there.
No, he missed a few.
Whoever wrote that tweet is awesome. There are also other issues, though, with what PETA, People Enjoy Tasty Animals, suggests. Grabbing a flower by its thorns seems like a very poor life choice. That's painful. Who the hell would want to do that? Aren't scones bad for birds? Birds should only eat seeds and bugs. And I'm sure that they should choose to have only 1 scone anyways, not 2. That would cause obesity. Speaking of obesity, if you feed a fed horse, isn't that overfeeding? Which could be considered a form of abuse?
Can lead to diseases in horses.
Yep.
Bad.
Kathy, would any of your multiple cats be offended if you blurted out, cat got your tongue, during a conversation?
Probably not. No.
The virtual signaling is getting out of hand. The TV classics Rudolph and Charlie Brown are racist, insensitive, horrible TV shows and should be removed from broadcast and erased from history completely. And then, of course, there's a classic song, Baby, It's Cold Outside.
Oh, don't.
The The song was written in 1944, and a ton of people have performed it. I will go over a list in a moment, but there is a reason why I'm going over this list.
Uh-oh. Peter, we're in trouble.
Social justice warriors tend to only take a stance on something and then avoid or boycott only things that are convenient for them. So if you take offense to this song, you need to be pissed off 100%, not halfway. Don't try to ban just the song. If you're going to virtual signal, you need to include everyone who's performed this song.
Interesting.
Louis Armstrong and Velma Middleton, Sammy Davis Jr. and Carmen McRae, Ray Charles and Betty Carter, Barry Manilow and K.T. Oslin, Bette Midler and James Caan, Robert Palmer and Carney Wilson, Vanessa Williams and Bobby Caldwell, Brian Setzer and Anne Margaret, Leanne Womack and Harry Connick Jr., Jessica Simpson and Nick Leahy, Rod Stewart and Dolly Parton, James Taylor and Natalie Cole, Willie Nelson and Nora Jones, Lady Gaga and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Kelly Clarkson and Ronnie Dunn, CeeLo Green and Christina Aguilera, Martina McBride and Dean Martin, Connie Brighton and Will Chase, Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood, Amy Grant and Vince Gill. There are more, but I will stop there. Just because you like Amy Grant is not a reason to not include her. If you have any albums or movies with these people at your home, you need to dispose of all of them immediately, if not sooner.
Yep, boycott them all.
If they were involved with the song, they must go. No half-arsed actions allowed. Don't be a hypocrite and hold on to your Lady Gaga collection because the kids like to listen to her. No exceptions. Be a proper social justice warrior. You got rid of the General Lee car and the Dukes of Hazzard when you got rid of the Confederate flag. You need to do the same thing here, 100%. For those of you who think this is as ridiculous as I do, I will perform a public service by only playing this song on my broadcast for the next 2 weeks. But don't worry, I have a heart. It won't be the same version over and over. It will be a different version each and every time. Merry Christmas.
Community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years. Specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield. Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Barnes & Noble College Bookstore in the Ely Campus Center, offering Westfield State t-shirts, sweatshirts, and gift merchandise, all of your academic needs, and offering textbook materials in new, used, ebook, and rental formats. Available at the bookstore on campus or online at westfieldstate.bncollege.com.
We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646.
Wednesday mornings from 6 till 8, it's Tina Gorman with Wake Up Wednesday.
Community radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
All right, we're going to do it once more. And this time, no mistakes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good morning. Good morning.
It's great to stay up late.
Good morning to you.
When the band began to play, the stars were shining bright.
But now the milkman's on his way. It's too late to say goodnight.
So say good morning.
Good morning. Sunbeams will soon smile.
Good morning to you.
Nothing could be grander than to be in Louisiana in the morning. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were still going.
8:22 in the morning. This is the 11th day of December in the year 2018. Anno Domini. This is the Den, Ken's Den, Ken Stomsky, behind the microphone, as I am each and every Tuesday morning, in front of the Radio Millennium board. Kitten of the keys, trimming meow, the December dork of the dials, Peter Coles.
Yeah, I like that one.
I
resemble that remark.
I'm overruling Bob Plass on that one. You are not the December Duke, because he used the December Duke last year. You were the Duke of the dials last year. And we can't have a repeat. We have to have creativity here, so therefore, you are the December dork of the dials.
That's cool. I got no problem with that. I resemble that remark.
Side check extraordinaire, Kathy Palmer.
I'm over here.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be here. Good morning, all. Good morning, all.
Hiding behind the turret as usual.
I'm hiding. And I even combed my hair today, so you never know. Things could happen.
Was this a big weekend for you?
It was a big weekend.
All right.
Actually, we finished doing a little holiday spirit at the Westfield Theater Group, and then I spent all afternoon yesterday in Bob and James's house for the house tour, which was wonderful. I had a great time.
They suckered you into it?
They did. Did
you have to pay to get in?
No, I did not, because I stood there garbed in my 20-pound gown that just it's just so heavy. It's all this embroidered nonsense, but it is gorgeous. It is lovely, and people want to take your picture. And actually, the thought of my picture being on somebody's refrigerator scares the heck out of me. So I'm glad we've gone to digital, and they're only going to keep it on their phones now.
Everyone put it on a Christmas card this year.
Oh yeah, right.
I hope that there are plenty of pictures of the inside that we can see in the newspaper, because me and Pete, after 4 years, we still haven't seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
We've never been invited to Bob's house. Now it's become a running joke.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, even one of our past radio hosts here, Kat, had been inside there several times.
I've been in his house several times.
Oh, yeah, I know you
been
have.
Invited.
Oh, sure.
But, you know, with all...
I've never been to your house.
Do you want to come over?
Yeah. I'm afraid.
I think, I have invited you over, and that's exactly what you said. I'm afraid.
I'm afraid. Well, you warned me what really goes on when all the guys get over there. So, yeah, okay, I'll stay home. But thank you anyway.
Well, you can see, I come in here and I'm dressed the same every week, pair of pants and a black polo. You really should come over and give me suggestions on dressing properly.
Gray polos are big.
Okay.
Gray polos. What do you think, Dan?
The occasional burgundy.
Maybe a navy.
A navy.
Little burgundy.
Brown burgundy.
I'll make you up a nice drink, and we can sing "Baby It's Cold Outside."
A
hot toddy.
I've got all my karaoke stuff. We can have fun with that. Hey, and we'll videotape it, and we'll put it on YouTube. And we'll put it on YouTube.
Oh, jeepers!
Stars.
Kenny's Christmas message to the earth.
Oh, that would be frightening.
That would be freaking hilarious.
But I'll bet
and we'll change the lyrics around. Oh my God! Oh yes, let's do this.
I'll videotape that.
Can I borrow one of the?
Wait a minute.
Shoot it. What are you talking about?
CPC cameras.
I'll shoot it.
Wait a second. It would be. You ready? It would be the cat's meow.
That's funny.
How's that? The cat's meow. Oh,
actually, you know what would be funny? Instead of a host show.
Not their pajamas, though.
If only I had the right window open when she said that.
You know, it would be cool if we did a host show, kind of like the old Bing Crosby special. Just have a fireplace in a living room and just shoot a host show that way.
Oh, this is getting worse.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Oh, dear Lord.
And now we're going to have...
got a fireplace?
And now we're going to have PETA coming after us.
Thanks.
We're going to have PETA, people eating tasty animals, after us, because Kathy just said cats meow.
I did.
I know.
I said cats meow.
Better not even think about saying cats
I don't think
pajamas.
a cat's meow is detrimental to the cat, though. I believe they do that
I
on
don't
their
think
own.
they really care.
Yeah.
I think they just want everything out and everything changed.
You know, I said to Kathy, would any of her cats get pissed off or offended if she were to happen to blurt out, "Cat got your tongue"?
I don't even know.
I think she'd be madder if the cat actually got her tongue.
I don't know why that would be. I don't understand.
I don't get the whole reasoning behind it.
Bull by the
It's gotten
horns. I don't
stupid.
understand why that's offensive to an animal.
It's violent.
Well, I
No, it's
don't know for
not.
sure. I don't know if that has something to do with matadors or something like that. That's what I've always thought of as the history of that. I
Oh,
don't know,
okay.
Right, but still.
part of killing
All right.
and
It's just a
Steering it.
saying.
I understand that. I don't
It's
have
an
any problem with
idiom.
people saying it. I'm guessing this is where they're going with it.
It's like, PC's just gone too far. I was okay with it when it was first going on. There's some things that really needed to be corrected. That's true. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it goes, when they, feeling their oats a little bit, now it's gone too far, and it's like, come on, you're just being stupid.
Wait a minute. Feeling your oats is that
I know. I
offensive?
slipped that one in there.
Oh no,
it's offensive to the oats.
You can't say slip that one in
and
there.
isn't it sewing you?
You know what?
No.
You have thousands of vegetarians
your oats,
upset at you right now for bringing up oats in that fashion.
I know. It's gotten stupid. I'm
But
sorry.
Peter, you said slip that in there. That implies falling. That implies being hurt and violence. You can't say that.
Yeah, take a look at how
I've fallen down my stairs before. I wasn't offended. On the ice. It hurt. It hurt all right.
Yeah, I agree. There are sayings that are offensive. There's no doubt about
Right.
it. But
And I agreed with that.
And Dan, I'm sure you find this with books, because there are books that people want taken out because they were written 100 years ago.
Yeah,
When
pretty
pe-
much all the ones I was ever assigned. I was like, can we take
Can't
this
read those
out?
anymore.
Oh, come on.
Oh, wait, we can't read To Kill a Mockingbird because you can't kill a mockingbird. That's oh,
right.
well, no, that's got to go. Take it out. Take it out.
Just because you don't
Sure.
like
It's a-
history doesn't mean it has to be erased. You learn from it. That's why it is there. You don't get rid of it because you don't agree with something.
Really?
It makes sense to me, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. it
Right?
does. Yeah. it
Well, you can try and get rid of things you don't agree with, but they still happen, like if they're still happening, but if it's something in the past, you don't forget about it, that it ever happened. So like when slavery is happening, yeah, that was a bad thing. Let's get rid of it.
Right.
But it didn't make
Don't get rid of
slavery
all
not
record of-
exist.
don't get
Yeah.
rid of all record of it.
And it was a Republican behind that as a president.
Well, Kenny,
A liberal. He was a liberal person.
agendas have changed. Agendas have changed a little bit since then.
Yeah.
I had to bring it up.
I know you did.
But that's another really important point, though, Peter, that you made. Our agendas do change. And what we're talking about and the way we view things do change. And people have to understand that even the way I was raised is very different, Dan, from the way you were raised.
I hope so.
mean- If you look at the programs of the 50s, when Mother was always dressed in this cute little house dress, and she cleaned it, she always looked wonderful. She always looked at the end of the day. She did her hair because hubby was coming home, and you had to have his drink ready and his paper ready. And I mean, it was.
And what's wrong with that?
Oh, well, Ken, where do we start?
Did you hear that noise in the background?
All these women going, oh.
That was a ton of coffee mugs being chucked at the table radio in the corner of the kitchen.
That's funny. And you watch the old movies, the old John Wayne movies. My Lord, it's a wonder that Maureen O'Hara lived through it. I mean, he was constantly belting her. Or when you watch Perry Mason, they all have a cigarette and a glass of booze.
But that was all acceptable in the time period in which they were set.
Exactly.
People want to erase that, but the problem with erasing that is, A, you're suppressing free speech, which is what they supposedly espouse to begin with. So they're counterintuitive to what they want to do. And B, if you don't learn from history, you are far doomed to repeat it.
Well, I think you are stepping a little bit further. I don't think Pete, and I didn't read the thing you guys were talking about. I don't think Pete was saying you have to erase this and nobody can ever refer to it again. I think they were suggestions. I believe I heard Ken say these were their suggested changes.
But because
so that's not forcing you. It's silly. I agree.
But because
companies read the entire post.
But because companies are becoming don't want to lose advertisers, they told the hosts at WEI they can't use any of them anymore. Period. They made it a company rule. No. So now just going from suggestion, because they already got hit by one political activist in Boston that got rid of a host. She effectively fired a host by political activism going after advertisers. They've gone so far PC that they are scared to look around their own corner. And the hosts were talking about it. So that means that if they're talking about it, that means it's becoming a thing at that station.
Oh, are we going to lose our jobs here?
I don't know.
I don't need.
But what I'm saying is,
hey, lady, I'm covered. I gotta.
But what I'm saying
is,
what I'm saying is now because they just throw it out there. Now it becomes corporate policy at places, and now those sayings they want them to go away, and they know how to put the pressure on to do it. And it's no longer a suggestion anymore. It's now I'm telling you,
policy.
PC's become fascism, and it's not ultranationalism. It's suppression of free speech based upon something you don't agree with, and I don't think that's right. That's not what our country's founded upon.
Well, I'm a librarian. I'm all about free speech. So
I know that's what I'm saying. This is unintended consequences of a good idea.
Yeah.
Same thing as the marijuana law. Now all the mayors are coming out saying, "Geez, everybody's going to be high on the street or driving their car or whatever because it's legal." Well, duh, you should have thought about that before you encouraged the passing of the law.
I was behind a car going 80 miles an hour, and I know he was doing 80 miles an hour because I was doing 79. And every 30 seconds, a big whiff of smoke would come out of one side of the car, and then another 30 seconds. And so I know
they're vaping.
It's probably vaping.
No, they weren't vaping. They were passing a joint back and forth.
Oh, it was coming up both.
The driver would blow it out his window, and then 30 seconds later, the passenger would blow it out their window. And this went on for miles. And I know that it was weed because it was so strong, I could smell it inside my car. And they're just weaving and not paying any attention at all.
Well, and that's one of the things.
So I will say it's just as dangerous as driving that way as you are under intoxication.
Yeah, it's still under the influence no matter what it is.
Yeah.
And I know one YMCA, I saw this, somebody posted, "This is insensitive. They shouldn't be getting into people's business." They're saying to their parents that are coming in to pick up the kids,
I saw that.
"Don't come in stoned. Don't smell like it," because we're mandatory reporters.
Yeah,
we
but
still have
there's
to
a
report
problem with that, Peter. They didn't say don't come in stoned, and
Yes, they did.
No, I
The
read
one I
the
saw.
article, and there's no evidence that these. What I saw, there was no evidence that they were stoned. There was the impression they had that they were under.
Oh, the one that I saw was another guy saying
probable
don't
cause.
come in smelling of it.
Right.
Well, smelling of it doesn't mean you were partaking.
Probable cause.
You could have been in the vicinity of. So what's going to happen is they're going to do the same thing you were talking about
Right,
earlier.
no, I agree with you.
We're going to start jumping to conclusions. We're going to start accusing people of things that maybe they're not doing.
Well, that's a tip-off, though. I mean, you have
And
to
it's
observe
scary.
something else, glassy eyes, things like that. There are tip-offs for that.
And would you not
now
want to
that it's
err on
become-
caution?
Jim Brewers.
But now that it's going to become prevalent, that it's something you have to. And you know what? It wasn't about them narking on people per se. You know that famous term. It's about protecting liability of their organization. That's what it is. And now with a Sue Happy culture, it's protecting the liability of.
I mean, what would you feel like if they were high and you didn't do anything about it?
Exactly.
And they caused a car wreck on the way home. And
I know,
killed
that's
one
what
of
I'm
the
talking
kids.
about. That's what I'm talking about. But it's become that you have to worry about so much more now than you did 20 years ago, 10 years ago.
That's true.
5 years
That's
ago.
true.
It's just one of those things. That's all.
There's always something.
I don't-
There's always
being
something
quiet.
out there, though.
You know what? I don't even fart in the studio anymore, okay?
I don't care about that. We have
We
ventilation.
Yeah, it's been pleasant here lately, right?
I'm just kidding.
I'm over my break, 8:35 and a half. Do you have something special to play, Pete?
I do. We're good.
All right, let's hear it.
I really can't stay.
Baby, it's cold outside.
I've got to go away.
Baby, it's cold outside.
This evening has been
hoping that you'd drop in.
very nice.
I'll hold your hands, they're just like
My
ice.
mother will start to worry.
Beautiful, watch your
And my
hurry.
father will be pacing the
Just
floor.
listen to that fireplace
Now
roar.
really, I'd better
Sweetheart, what's your hurry?
Well, maybe just a half a
Why don't you put some records on while
Oh,
I
the neighbors might think.
But baby, it's bad out there.
Say, what's in this drink?
No cabs to be had out there.
Oh, I wish I knew how.
Your eyes are like starlight now.
Break this spell.
I'll take your hat to your hip.
I ought to say no, 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 sir.
Mind if I move Lost the sense in hurting my pride.
I really can't stay.
Baby, don't hold out. Oh, but it's cold outside.
I simply must go.
Baby, it's cold outside.
The answer is no.
But baby, it's cold out there.
Oh, this welcome has been
so lucky that you dropped
so
in.
nice and warm.
Look out that window at
My
fast
sister will be suspicious.
Gosh, your lips look
And my brother
delicious.
will be there at the door.
Waves upon a tropical
Oh,
shore.
my maintenance mind is
Ooh,
vicious.
baby, you're so delicious.
Well, maybe just one little kiss more.
Never such a blizzard
Oh,
before.
I've got to go home.
You'll freeze to the bone out there.
Say, lend me a comb.
It's up to your knees out there.
You've really been grand.
I thrill when you touch my
But
hand.
don't you see?
How can you do this thing
Oh,
to
there's
me?
bound to be talk tomorrow.
Making my life
Well, at least there'll be plenty implied.
If you caught pneumonia
But
and
I
died,
can't stay.
get over that old time. Baby, it's cold outside. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Hey, I gotta get out of here.
Come on, baby.
Come on, what?
Just give me 5 minutes more.
You sure know how to wear a girl down, don't you? Okay.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley. With convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut, visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org. We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646. Wednesday mornings start off right from 6 to 8 a.m. with Tina Gorman and Wake Up Wednesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
There she is, the wealthiest heiress in all of Newport. The holy grail for guys like us. Who is she? That's Margaret Woolworth Carrington von Schumacher Chanel Astor Livingston Comte de Saint-Exupéry Mountbatten Windsor Armani Roosevelt von Trapp Wickenham Hearst Montgomery Rothschild Johnson & Johnson Twillsworth Dolce Gabbana von Zweig Second Montgomery De La Roche Geico Vanderbilt Lannister Van Buren Butterworth How I Met Your Mother Wrigley Louise Dreyfus Ludwig Morgan Stanley Dumont Lamborghini Forbes Higbee Winthrop Chanel Remy Martin Fitzwilliam Kennedy Motel 6 Fairchild Brooke Pritzker Davenport Von Stolen Monty Python Ellisworth Aston Martin Haverbrook Ziff Lauder Hilton DuPont, Kincaid, Winslow, Coors, Oviatt, Marlboro, Pembroke, Huffington Bush, Mellon, Sinclair, Mellencamp, Starbucks, Van Dyke, 3rd Montgomery, Marriott, Barrington, Chadsworth, Big League Chew, Chesterfield, Kensington, Booth, Bishop, Longbottom, Nottingham, Meisterburger, Burgermeister, Tudor, Habsburg, Rockefeller, Onassis. Huh? My God! You mean the heir to the Woolworth, Carrington, von Schumacher, Chanel, Astor, Livingston, Comte de Saint-Exupéry, Mountbatten, Windsor, Armani, Roosevelt, von Trapp, Wickenham, Hearst, Montgomery, Rothschild, Johnson & Johnson, Twillsworth, Dolce Gabbana, von Zweig, 2nd Montgomery, De La Roche, Geico, Vanderbilt, Lannister, Van Buren, Butterworth, How I Met Your Mother, Wrigley, Louise Dreyfus, Ludwig Morgan Stanley, Dumont, Lamborghini, Forbes, Higbee, Winthrop, Chanel, Remy Martin, Fitzwilliam, Kennedy, Motel 6, Fairchild, Brooke Pritzker, Davenport, Von Stolen, Monty Python, Ellisworth, Aston Martin, Haverbrook, Ziff Lauder, Hilton, DuPont, Kincaid, Winslow, Coors, Oviatt, Marlboro, Pembroke, Huffington Bush, Mellon, Sinclair, Mellencamp, Starbucks, Van Dyke, 3rd Montgomery, Marriott, Barrington, Chadsworth, Big League Chew, Chesterfield, Kensington, Booth, Bishop, Longbottom, Nottingham, Meisterburger, Burgermeister, Tudor, Habsburg, Rockefeller, Onassis, Fortune? Exactly. She goes by Pip. Pip? Pip.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
She goes by Pip. You know, that actually aired last week. That was
really?
That was a new one, and it just popped up where I could download it, and I'm like, the first time I saw that, I'm like, oh my God, I need to have a copy of that. That is just hilarious how they just keep going on and on. But then
imagine just reading that. There got to be more than one take of that.
Oh yeah,
there's got to be outtakes out there somewhere.
You know what? That's exactly what I was thinking. They've got to be.
And the outtakes are probably wicked funny.
I would love it if, like, just the first time you did it, like, it was totally ad lib, just thinking of everything, and the other person, like, in the other voice, you had to repeat it, like, that'd be crazy. Sally.
And then later,
you said Sally.
And then later on in the show, a third person goes through that whole list too.
No way. Oh, no. I'm not going there. We can make that part of our Christmas show, Ken. Our Christmas special. In front of the fire. There we go.
Look forward to it. It's in the Westfield history play.
Pete gets up and leaves the board a minute and a half before I have to go to break.
Well, then you're just going to have to sally forth. Oh, wait. Can we say that? Would Sally be insulted?
Only if she's selling seashells at the seashore?
Well, what if she's selling seashells?
Seashells at the seashore. Oh, that could be suggestive. Oh, no. I'm not going there either.
You know, if you're down on the seashore, you might be occupying somebody else's home or space.
That's true. You're invading a natural habitat.
You're violating a natural habitat.
We should not be doing that.
We should not be going to the beach at all, ever again. I mean, it's the right thing to do, right?
It is. Besides breathing and adding to the atmosphere and poisoning the water. Terrible.
You know, maybe we should just stay inside our homes and sit in the corner and just rock back and forth.
I don't know. That might leave a footprint in the atmosphere, because where would all the oxygen go? What are we going to do?
You'd be conserving some of the oxygen, wouldn't you?
But what would happen inside the home? Oh, this is scary. This is a topic that bears some real thought. Cupcake, squirrel, shiny thing.
Ethically, I guess you can't be responsible for killing yourself, can you? Yeah, we have to rethink this.
I don't know, but I think this conversation is really beating a dead horse. And we're down again. Let's bring it up. Dan, what have you got to add here? Help us. Save us.
Yeah, I'm not sure there is any saving you guys.
Really?
You guys have gone too far down that hole, I think.
Down the rabbit We've gone down the rabbit hole. Yeah.
You know, we started talking about cows and milk like we do on Facebook every now and then. We just go off into a little... we're playing on words.
They always do that. Every time I put
I wonder if that's offensive to the bovine community.
I don't think they really care. I was going to say they don't give a rat's tail end, but I can't say that either.
No.
Nope.
You know, isn't that funny? When you think about all of the animal expressions we use, and we just...
Because we grew up as an agrarian society.
True. True.
That's an excellent statement. See where I'm going now?
That was a bad pun.
You know, if I keep this up, I'm going to be going crazy like a chicken with its head cut off.
I think mine was better than yours. Thank you. Jeez. Where have we gone today?
Nowhere, actually. We've come around, gone back in the circle. Let's go back to, what was her name again?
Sally?
Somebody just sent me a Minion quote. Wait till they realize Frosty has no pants and smokes a pipe in front of the kids.
and Donald Duck.
Thank you, Louise.
You know, there's a snowball joke there somewhere, but I'm not going to try to figure it out. 8:46 in the morning. This is break time. Pete, do you have something special to play for me?
Oh, God, no.
I do.
All right, play it.
I really can't stay.
Baby, it's cold outside.
I've got to go away.
Baby, it's cold outside.
This evening has been
Hoping that you drop
so
in.
very nice.
I'll hold your hands. They're just like
My
ice.
mother will start to worry.
Beautiful, what's your
My
hurry?
father will be pacing the floor.
Listen to the fireplace
So
roar.
really I'd better scurry.
Beautiful, please don't
Well, maybe just a half if I drink more.
Put some records on while I fall.
The neighbors might think.
Baby, it's bad out there.
Say, what's in this drink?
Cabs to be had out there.
I wish I knew
Your
how
eyes are like stars
to
right
break
now.
this spell.
I'll take your hat. Your hair looks
I
swell.
ought to say no, no, no,
Mind
sir.
if I move in
At least
closer?
I'm gonna say that I tried.
What's the sense of hurting my pride?
I really can't
Oh,
stay.
baby, don't hold out.
Oh,
Baby,
but it's cold outside. I simply must go.
Baby, it's cold outside.
The answer is no.
Baby, it's cold outside.
The welcome has been
Lucky that you dropped
so
in.
nice and warm.
Look out the window at that storm.
My sister will be
Gosh, your
suspicious.
lips look delicious.
My brother will be there at the door.
Waves up on a tropical
My
shore.
maid Nan's mind is vicious.
Gosh, your lips are delicious.
Or maybe just a cigarette more.
Never such a blizzard before.
I've got to get
But
home.
baby, you freeze out there.
Say, lend me a
It's
coat.
up to your knees out there.
You've really been
I
grabbed.
thrill when you touch my
But
hand.
don't you see?
How can you do this thing to me?
There's bound to be talk
Think
tomorrow.
of my lifelong
At least
sorrow.
there will be plenty implied.
If you got pneumonia and
I really can't
get
stay.
over that old doubt.
Oh, but it's cold outside.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Commercial Distributing Company of Westfield. Now in its third generation of family ownership, Commercial is one of the premier beverage distributors of Western Massachusetts. The Plasek family and the staff of Commercial Distributing wishes you good times throughout the year and urges you to drink responsibly.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Comcast and Xfinity.com, offering Xfinity TV, Internet, home phone, and home security services. Information on all that Xfinity has to offer in the Westfield area is available online at Xfinity.com.
We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
Book 'em, Dano.
Here's Dan Paquette, Westfield Athenaeum's Executive Director. Book 'em, Dano.
89.5 WSKB.
So, sorry for what I put you through this first half hour. Bob Plass decided he didn't want to hang around to talk to you, so you had to deal with this.
What a jerk. Off my Christmas list. He was getting something really nice this year. Like this list of books that I said I'd have for him. Yeah, he said come up with,
Oh, you gotta be
books.
kidding
And I said, let me come back next month and have that.
And
So-
I actually brought in an article from Entertainment Weekly, books to cozy up with.
Oh,
because
okay.
it's winter time.
When it's cold outside?
Yeah, when it's cold outside,
Okay,
you could read
yeah.
one of these. And I also brought in the Entertainment Best of 2018. And guess what
Ooh.
they have in the back? If I open it right up.
If I have to turn the magazine sideways, I don't want to know.
All right, so we have, ta-da, the year's best books.
All right.
Ah.
And they do 1 through 20.
Yeah.
And then the best young adult. Is that what YA means?
Yeah, YA.
The best young adult books of 2018.
Yeah, sweet.
And the worst books of 2018.
How about that?
And you know what? I can't help but I have to say this. For some reason, and I don't know if it's related, Michelle Obama is right next to the worst list.
Well, she did have a book this year. I don't know if I didn't see that list, so I don't know if it's on there.
Yeah,
Let's see quick. That's funny.
Is it on there?
No, it's not. Well, not on that.
So they put a picture of Michelle Obama next to the worst books of 2018.
Mm-hmm.
She's not on the list yet. Entertainment Weekly kind of leans left. That is just such a weird thing to do. But anyways, as I was saying, I brought in all this data that we could have gone over, and Bob Plath screwed us.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you, Bob. Hey, thank your father, kids. Thanks, Dad.
He's gonna stop this car and turn around.
Don't make me come back there.
Yeah.
So, I have it out anyway.
Well, what do you want to
go for it?
Books to cozy up with. I've got 7.5 minutes to go until I hit the top of the hour. A Christmas Revelation by Ann Perry. Ever heard of that one?
I know Ann Perry, not that specific book.
Okay.
If it's Christmas themed, I'd probably.
This is a pretty good article. I probably should have looked at it more.
Yeah.
They go over the plot of the book, and then what the critic thinks. And then they have a drink pairing.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I want to know. So what do you put with something to knock you out strong enough?
So with Ann Perry, you get something sweet and era appropriate, like a nice rum punch. Blend rum with cognac, citrus, cranberries, and ginger ale, and light with a match. Ooh, it's flammable.
Ooh.
It's one of those.
Just don't get the book too close.
Yeah. After second cocktail, maybe skip the fire bit.
Yeah.
You know what? Back when I was stupid in my 20s, I was drinking grain alcohol.
Oof.
It wasn't. Yeah, I would do shots of it, because I could handle it, because I'm Polish and I kind of grew up around this stuff called spiritus, which is grain alcohol.
That's so strong,
190 proof. You could run your car off of it. And I was partying one time, and we're doing flaming shots of grain alcohol, and you quickly blow it out before you have. Well, mine did not extinguish all the way.
Oh, jeez.
And I saw the little bit of the blue flame out of the corner of my eye, and I panicked. And instead of just getting it in my mouth to douse it, I splashed it on my face.
Oh, no.
So now I have fire on my face.
Oh, no.
And I'm running to the kitchen to try to put my face out in the sink.
Oh, goodness.
So
trials and tribulations of you.
There was a period of time in my life where I didn't always think. But
last week.
Speaking of the grain alcohol, there was another incident.
Because we were.
Yes, we were.
That was what he was discussing.
There was another incident with the grain alcohol. That's a good one. So, I think it was one of my employees actually at the time. They stopped by, and he did a half a shot, and he was acting like a real wuss about it. So you're a wimp. So I grab a whole shot and I down it. He's like, you know what? I want to see you do that, but don't do a chaser for 2 minutes afterwards. I'm like,
oops.
You're kidding, right? I'm like, no. So I poured, the shot, and I put it down, and I'm just staring at him. Like, okay, next. All right, what? Like, what? After a minute, I pour another shot. He goes, what are you doing? You're crazy. I said, you told me I couldn't have a chaser. I'm thirsty, so I'm going to have another shot of this stuff. I don't remember the rest of the night.
Okay, what's book number 2 to cozy up with? Moving along.
We didn't get far while you were gone, Pete.
That's fine.
Number 2.
Death and Daisies by, isn't this fitting? Amanda Flower. What goes with Death and Daisies?
Whiskey.
A strong, peaty whiskey sounds right.
It's got.
And to balance out the buzz, a warm mug of spiced shy. Another book,
Well, all right.
The Colors of All the Castle. Alexander McCall Smith. You're a librarian.
I know Alexander McCall Smith.
Okay.
Again, don't know that.
What's the genre of that book? Does it tell you? Is it a
Well, the
romance? Is it a mystery?
The plot is the 19th installment in the #1 ladies detective agency series.
Oh.
Okay.
So, knowing that, the drink that goes with is stay on the continent with the wine from one of South Africa's award-winning vineyards, like a 2015 Syrah.
Okay.
Do you have cricket noises?
That makes sense to me, at least why I didn't know that specific book, because once a series gets to that many books, like I can't
19 of them.
care anymore.
Pete, you wanted
it's like Janet
crickets?
Ivanovich is up to like 30,000.
Like that?
Yeah, like that. I loved hers in the beginning.
Yeah, it
same
just
thing
gets
with
tired.
Patterson. I loved him, but they were all the same.
Yeah.
It's just a different. It's either a
Setting,
giraffe running
yeah.
loose or some guy with bear grease all over him. It's just the same.
I hate it when that happens too.
I hate the guy with the bear grease.
Gotta see where this one goes.
Okay, we're
the
ready.
name of the book: A Shot in the Dark. That's by Lynn Truss.
That's one I don't know.
I don't know that one.
Oh, they want you to drink beer, Brighton beer, local gold
For
standard.
a book that literally in its title says shot.
Shot.
They
have
go
you-
with a beer.
They have you drink a beer.
I mean, at least is it a Boilermaker at least or something?
No. No, they do suggest, though, you can substitute any pale ale. Then you top said beer with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. So you're a beer
Oh,
float.
no, come on.
What the hell is that, man?
The only way I could see that is if you had like a stout or something.
I guess, but I feel like you're just ruining two great things.
Well,
Like,
no, if you
instead
had
of
a
taking-
stout, if you had a stout and you put vanilla, stout already has a little bit of vanilla in
Right.
it, so that would work.
I could see where that may
like a
work.
lager or an IPA, be like, oh, it's disgusting.
I still don't want my ice cream touching my beer. I want them separately. Call me old fashioned.
I don't believe I actually read a suggestion to take a pale ale and top it with ice cream.
That's disgusting. It really is.
And you know, and a pale ale is one of the only beers I will drink when I go out.
Because it's dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for the most
hoppy.
part.
They're hoppy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's horrible. For the
Can you
last
get
one,
that at Friendly's?
Some of them could.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Depending on how often they clean the gun system, the ginger ale might end up being like some of this beer. Oh, that doesn't
I get that joke.
That doesn't mean that they don't clean the guns at Friendly's. Okay, I'm just making a joke. Okay, it's like I joke about everything. For crying out loud.
I know.
Right? Even earlier, when I asked if there was anything wrong about living a lifestyle like Beverly, Mrs. Cleaver, Beverly, what's her name?
Oh, Barbara Billingsley.
Barbara Billingsley.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I was kidding about that. And you know, some people, you know, if they actually took me serious on that, they can go pound sand. I was
I'm
joking.
insulted because that's how I aspire to live.
Not 100% sure, but I think Kenny is trying to feed two birds with one scone at the moment.
Oh, that was just wrong. Give him the buzzer.
The last book I have on this page is The Whispered Word by Ellery Adams.
Ellery Adams.
I don't get that reference.
See what you're doing there.
The Whispered Word.
Oh, okay, I get it now. The drink they want to pair with that is, I got to read the plot of this book. A teenager turns up bruised and traumatized in Nora's North Carolina bookshop. It will take several sketchy deaths to find out who she is and how she connects to the town's secrets.
Dun, dun, dun.
So the drink pairing, BYO moonshine.
Wow.
Infused with,
And there you go.
infused with peaches or apple cinnamon. Not just because it's the South, but because it's central to a scene in the book.
That could
So,
that could work.
So Pete, it's 901 WSKB 89.5 FM Westfield. I see you playing with something over there. Yeah, I have something queued for my top of the hour.
That's
what
fine.
are we doing?
You go ahead with your top of the hour.
Okay,
You
it's-
cue yourself.
It's the top of the hour, and this may be one thing. Maybe you take offense to it, maybe you don't. It's Family Guy. It's from primetime television, and it's about Christmas, and I'm playing it.
Jessica Biel and Megan Fox wearing nothing but their socks is all I really want for Christmas this year.
Well, that's just not practical.
Spending a week in Mexico with some black eyes and some blow is all I really want for Christmas this year.
Ah, that sounds terrific. How about you, kids?
I would like a pair of skates, then I'd go out skating, but I really don't know how to skate.
I want a Lexus all in pink and a dad who doesn't drink.
Oh, and that reminds me, 12 kegs of beer.
All these happy wishes and lots of Christmas cheer is all I really want this year.
Santa's got his work cut out for him.
Oh, we ain't even gotten started yet.
I want to tour the Spanish coast.
Lunch with Michael Landon's ghost is all I really want for Christmas this year.
Wait, what?
Forget it, keep going.
Jennifer Garner in my bed.
Softer voices in my head
Is all I really want for Christmas this year.
Yellow cake uranium, never mind the reason. Also shoots and ladders and a ball.
Doesn't this seem like too much stuff?
Pooh on you, it's not enough.
Buddy boy, I got your Christmas right here.
All these happy wishes and lots of Christmas cheer is all I really want this year.
I'm just saying it seems a bit excessive.
Oh, get off your soapbox, Brian. It's Christmas.
And Christmas is about getting. Everyone in town knows that.
Japanese girls with no restraint, just to choke me till I faint, is all I really want for Christmas this year. Giggity.
Platinum plated silverware.
Just one day when kids don't stare.
It's all I really want for
Christmas this year.
If you put a Christmas tree in the public airport, I will go to court and sue your ass. Happy holiday!
Wouldn't I love a Tinker toy?
And a little drummer boy. He can either tap his drum or my rear.
All these happy wishes and lots of Christmas cheer is all I really want this year.
I want a golden mustache comb
And some spermicidal foam. That's all I really want for Christmas this year.
I want a brand new pitching wedge.
I would like more lemon pledge.
That's all I really want for Christmas this year.
I just want a wedding ring from someone named Jeffrey.
I just want some colored Easter eggs.
I want a Blu-ray of The Wiz. We don't know what Christmas is. We have something else called Gish Gam Floofneer. All these happy wishes and lots of Christmas cheer is all I really want.
WSKB's programming is generously underwritten by Whip City Fiber, Westfield Gas and Electric, where they offer gigabit internet speed. Whip City Fiber, turning Westfield's neighborhoods into fiberhoods. On the web at whipcityfiber.com.
We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646. Discussions of local politics, events, happenings, and miscellany potpourri. Ken's Den, Tuesday, 8 to 10. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
Book 'em, Dano.
Top of the hour.
Here's Dan
crazy.
Paquette, Westfield Athenaeum's Executive Director. Book 'em, Dano.
89.5 WSKB.
It's true. I'm not sure why, but I am still here.
Yeah, I'm being extra nice to you today because of what we're putting you through.
That's right.
And why is that? Because we can blame Bob.
There we go.
Just the same way Barry Fatero blamed Bush for the antics this morning, we're going to blame Bob. Yes, I went there.
Had to go there. He had to go there.
What's happening down at the library?
Please say
Nice segue, Ken.
What would you like to hear? Would you like to hear about programs, or would you like to hear the list we came up with for books to buy for Christmas?
We have plenty of time as it is right now, unless I get lost or carried away. So let's go over some books.
You drive the agenda, Dan.
Are these holiday-related books?
No, they're not per se.
General interest.
I don't remember. No, I don't think any of them were holiday. But these would be what you'd purchase for that book lover or somebody you just want to give a book to this holiday
okay,
season.
so it's not something to come down to the library to check out. It's a book that you might want to. But
you can
this is
if you want to peruse it yourself.
This is something that would make a good gift,
sure,
for some reason or another. Because we might as well do it because next month. I don't know how that's going to go because I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be over in Vegas at the Consumer Electronics Show, and Kathy is going to be taking over in January when you're in here.
All right. Well, we'll have fun finally.
He just sort of slips that in. By the way, you're going to. Okay.
I warned you about that, right?
You have warned me
I'll
this
still be
morning.
Here. I'll be here.
Thank you, Peter. We're not going to have that blonde girl in my dream who wants to talk about history and didn't know anything.
No.
Okay. I had a dream, Dan. I am dreaming about WSKB now. This is really terrifying.
And about blonde girls.
I had a dream that I showed up here to do a show. Ken wasn't here and Peter wasn't here, and there's some woman. It wasn't a girl, actually. It was an older woman, and she didn't know anything, and I was so angry at Ken because he didn't tell me, and I couldn't find Peter. It really was a nightmare.
Well, now he's warning you. You're going to be on the radio with somebody who doesn't know anything.
Okay.
I'm debating having a blonde joke come out of my mouth right now.
Uh-oh. Are we ready with the dumb button, Peter?
Yeah, no dumb button required. It's
But that's offensive.
It's kind
Does it need a disclaimer?
It's kind of
its own.
stupid.
We've got. I'll read the disclaimer again.
All right. What do you call it? When a natural blonde goes in to have her hair dyed brown. Artificial intelligence.
That's okay.
Ouch.
Whose phone's ringing?
All righty, Dan.
All right. So also in January, end of month, end of January, making a list.
End of January, making the list. Do we have a topic yet?
We have 5 Tuesdays next month, and luckily, the first one is going to be a best of, and then the second one, I'm not even going to be around.
Best of. I'm sure it's going to be this show.
So I know.
Okay. All right, Dan. Books.
So then I know when I get back, it's going to be Chef John, and then I have a 4th Tuesday, which I don't know what I'm going to do, and then the 5th one is going to be making the list. No idea what I'm going to do for that 4th Tuesday, though.
Oh, you'll have something. I don't doubt it. And it will be spectacular.
Is that Martin Luther King week there? The day before, would that be the week of Martin Luther King Jr.?
Oh.
That Monday?
I don't know. Somebody stole the calendar from the wall here, so I can't
picture the calendar in my head. I think it's the week before, right? No, it would be that weekend.
It's the 21st is Martin Luther King Day. It's on a Monday.
Right. Yeah, it's a Monday, so this would be the day after.
Then it's my birthday after that. The 28th.
Happy birthday.
We'll sing to you.
Well, we'll play Making the List right after my birthday, which is nice. So that means I should win.
Well, there you go. That's enough reason.
I'll just pick another Tank song.
That's enough.
You're good at that. You're good at that.
I love it.
But to answer your question from 4 minutes ago, no, I don't have a topic yet.
Okay, yeah.
We remembered Squirrel.
And we've made it through so many of these books.
So what are the books on the list?
Okay.
Focus, Daniel-san.
Go for it, Dan.
You know, on my way down here this morning, I'm busting you. Go on.
Oh, God help us.
So if you've got somebody you want to just give a heartwarming, light kind of feely book, you can give them. Mitch Albom wrote a sequel to 5 People You Meet in Heaven. It's the next person you meet in heaven.
Yeah, I heard about that. He was talking about that.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be really good.
Yeah, so I don't want to give too. If you haven't read 5 People You Meet in Heaven, I don't want to try and give away too much. But a guy saves a little girl, and he doesn't make it. I think you can probably get that by the 5 People You Meet in Heaven.
And when you're done reading that, you can go out and buy my book, 6 People You Meet in Hell.
Here's 3 of them. 4.
Hey.
It's called Kenny's Inferno.
Yeah.
Kenny's Inferno.
And
in
so
front of the
this
fireplace.
book follows the girl that he saved in her trip.
Yeah, because people have been asking him. He wrote that book a while ago, The 5 People You in Heaven. And people have been asking for a follow-up for years to that. And he finally got around to writing one.
Yes. So, and he didn't want to just do, like the 6th through 10th people you meet in heaven.
Right, yeah, sure. A different story.
Yeah. So then if you have a friend or a loved one who really loves, like, deeply literary kind of books, you can get Barbara Kingsolver's new one that's Unsheltered. It's a story of 2 families who happen to have lived in the same house but in a century apart in New Jersey.
Interesting premise.
And so it's how they deal with the past that hasn't prepared them for their future.
That'd be a cool movie.
Probably has sold the rights already out.
Yeah, probably, because that'd be a cool movie you have the same set for both and you just dress it differently and the 4 walls are the same. It'd be a cool movie to shoot because you can shoot it in flashbacks.
They stole the premise of that book from longtime running television series American Horror Story, to be specific, the first season, Murder House.
Oh, so?
Yeah. They stole it.
Well, I think you'll find with most plots, you can always find another reference to it. So it's not unusual to have that happen.
I'm sure there's some slight differences between her book and American Horror Story.
Now, what if you met... I'm assuming you're meeting in another dimension or something. What if you're stuck there and you just don't like each other? Then what? Anybody? Anybody?
I'm off on
Crickets.
this one.
Hello? Anybody?
I'm off. Yeah. Well,
it's like a remote island with somebody you hate.
What's the next book?
Okay, next book. I think we've killed this one. We beat a dead horse.
This one's
shame on you, Kathy. Go ahead, Dan.
Why don't you feed that horse instead? This one's more up my alley.
But you feed a fed horse. That's what they suggest you say.
The horse isn't hungry if he's being
feed a fed horse.
Feed it.
That's the idea. The horse is already dead. You can't. Why are you still beating it? The horse is already fed. Why are you still feeding it? It's the same idea. Anyway,
you go to that other class, and
I'll explain all their bad changes
face.
to those phrases.
You don't need to worry about rushing through this because we're going to continue after the break too.
Good thing. Don't rush, Dan.
If we can get through 3 per break, we'll make this one's more up my alley. So if you're into sci-fi fantasy, this one's like a dystopian kind of thing. It's Nora Roberts.
I've heard of that name.
Yeah, she's very popular. I don't think she usually writes in the fantasy kind of realm, so this is a change, I think. I don't know all of her books, but this one's called Year One, and it's the first in a series called The Chronicles of the One, and book 2 just came out, Of Blood and Bone. And there was on New Year's Day a sickness spreads quickly and slaughters half the population of the planet, and so then everyone starts trying to find a way, but magic comes back.
Cool. They have to make a movie out of that.
I'm sure they will.
That would make an awesome movie.
Well, I love things like this because I love both sci-fi and fantasy. So there's
both,
technology as it's coming back, and like it all ends because there's not enough people to run the grid and all that jazz. But then there's magic elements coming alive because technology was suppressing it, sort of. So
I have a question for you and a point of clarification, because this is a constant mistake that people make. Can you clarify the difference between fantasy and science fiction? Because people tend to lump them all, and they're not.
I think there's a lot of overlap, not always between people who like one or the other. They typically will like the others, but sci-fi is more technology based, or a lot of times it's set in the future. It's not always set in the future, but usually there's futuristic kind of elements in technology and science based thoughts in there.
It's rooted in science, whereas fantasy is just you let your imagination go.
Yeah, your magic or your fantastical beasts and those kind of things. So that's
technology that has no root in science.
Yeah, and typically set more in the past, but there's a lot of futuristic fantasy as well. So you can have both that will go back and forth,
or set in no time period at all.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that clarifies it at all.
No, I understand. I just think people tend to mix the two up all the time, and they refer to a lot of fantasy, for example, the genre with the movies. They'll call it a science fiction when it's really a fantasy.
Yeah,
it's not really science fiction. So thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate your adding some elevation to this conversation.
Later on,
I'll fix that.
Later on at some point, Kathy.
Yes, dear.
We're going to have to discuss that. Oh, you're going to hate me for doing this one.
Oh, no.
Everybody duck.
We have to talk about how it's all part of a rock and roll fantasy.
I really can't stay.
Baby, it's cold outside.
I got to go away.
Baby, it's cold outside.
This evening has been
hoping that you drop
so
in.
very nice.
I hold your hands, they're just like
My
ice.
mother will start to worry.
Beautiful, what's your
My
hurry?
father will be pacing the floor.
Listen to the fireplace
So
roar.
really I'd better scurry.
Beautiful, please don't
But
hurry.
maybe just a half
I'll
a drink
put
more.
some records on while I
The
pour.
neighbors might
Baby,
think,
it's bad out there.
say what's in this
No
drink.
cabs to be had out there.
I wish I knew
Your eyes are like
how
starlight
to
now.
break this spell.
I'll take your hat, your hair looks swell.
I ought to say no,
Won't
no,
mind
no,
if
sir.
I'm moving
At least I'm
closer.
gonna say that I tried.
What's the sense in hurting my pride?
really can't
Baby,
stay.
don't hold out, 'cause baby, it's cold outside.
I simply must
But
go.
baby, it's cold outside.
The answer is
Oh,
no.
baby, it's cold outside.
No. Your welcome
How
has been
lucky that you dropped
so
in.
nice and warm.
Look out the window at that storm.
My sister will be
Gosh,
suspicious.
your lips are
And my
delicious.
brother will be there at the
Waves
door.
on a tropical
My
shore.
maintenance mind
Oh
is
gosh,
vicious.
your lips are so delicious.
But maybe just a cigarette
Oh, never
more.
such a blizzard
I
before.
got to get
But
home.
baby, you'll freeze out there.
Say, lend me
Oh,
your
up to
coat.
your knees out there.
You've really
I'm
been
through
great,
when you touch my
but
hand.
you don't see.
How can you
No,
do
no.
this thing to
There's
me?
bound to be talk tomorrow.
Think of my lifelong
At least
sorrow.
there will be plenty implied.
If you have pneumonia and
But I
die,
really can't
get over
stay.
that hold out.
Oh,
'Cause baby, it's cold
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Barnes & Noble College Bookstore in the Ely Campus Center, offering Westfield State t-shirts, sweatshirts, and gift merchandise, all of your academic needs, and offering textbook materials in new, used, ebook, and rental formats. Available at the bookstore on campus or online at westfieldstate.bncollege.com.
Underwriting for community radio is provided by the YMCA of Greater Westfield. Every day, the YMCA strengthens the community through programs and services focused on youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. For all the Y's many programs and services, visit us on the web at www.westfieldymca.org. The YMCA, 67 Court Street in downtown Westfield. We're more than a gym. We're a cause. We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646.
Discussions of local politics, events, happenings, and miscellany potpourri. That's what you'll find on Ken's Den, Tuesdays from 8 till 10.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
Sessions presents A Peter Griffin Christmas, featuring such standards as
Everybody look at the snow in the yard.
And who could forget?
I brought these gifts for you. They're up in my bum.
And everyone's favorite.
La 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 la. Look at the bells. Look at the bells. Holy crap! Here comes Jesus, and he doesn't look too happy. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Okay.
WSKB 89.5 FM, brought to you by Sessions. Remember Sessions? Kathy might.
I do.
Moving
on, Dan.
I remember
Number 4.
K-Tel was, they're like Sessions.
Good try.
Okay. Moving on.
Yeah, so Dan, Sessions and K-Tel were...
Yeah, I don't know.
They would put collections of music and songs together, so you'd have
You would know it as
everything.
World Book Encyclopedia.
Well, all right, I know World
Or
Book.
Reader's Digest.
Okay. Those
That's
are
better.
wait. Those are very different things. World Book, yeah, I got
No,
that.
Sessions is more like Reader's Digest.
Okay.
So you just Jock Jams, ESPN Jock Jams.
Okay.
You know that CD, that whole line.
Yeah, it's just
it was like that, but earlier versions of that.
Okay. Yeah. Like the now I've got now music, those ones or whatever.
Yeah, now that's what I call music.
Yeah,
those have kind of faded away too.
Yes, they have. Yeah.
Yeah, but
anyways, next book.
if you wanted everything all one place, I mean,
and you didn't want to make your own mixtape.
Yeah, Sessions or
Too lazy.
K-Tel. Yeah,
right.
There's one other big one that's not coming to me right now, which is going to be on my mind while you go over books.
Okay, tell me the next book. All right, I will. It's Della Owens. Yes. Della Owens wrote a book called Where the Crawdads Sing, and that's more of like just a story or a novel. And it's about the marsh girl, Kayla Clark, and she survived alone for years in the marsh, and then she eventually wants to come out and have some companionship and some love. It's a heartbreaking coming-of-age tale with possible murder.
Funny thing, you meant with your description, and then you mentioned murder on American Horror Story, AHS. Coven. It was the third or fourth. It was the third or fourth one. One of the witches lived out in the bayou like that, by herself. In the marsh. Her name was Misty. She was the one who was crazy about Stevie Nicks. Yeah.
Oh my God! Who the hell?
But here's the second reference now. I
know.
Find a way. Here we go. Book number 5.
I think
Yes, we're on to 5.
I think secretly he likes and watches AHS, and he's finding all these books that are calling out to him because of that.
No, he really doesn't.
No, let's see what the connection is here, Dan.
This one's a thriller, so
Well,
maybe I can
that's
see
like
here we're getting
American
closer.
Horror Story.
David Baldacci, The Long Road to Mercy. So far, nothing. No, okay. It's
Is that based on that TV show, Mercy, or something like that?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, this is introducing a new character by David Baldacci, Atlee Pine, who's an FBI agent with special skills assigned to remote wilds of southwestern United States, who must confront a new threat and its old nightmare.
Got it.
Oh, no, Dan. No.
Season 4,
I do
and
like
then there is
Baldacci.
an FBI agent. There we go.
Freak Show.
Baldacci.
The Freak Show season.
Okay.
Twin Peaks.
No, that's where there
Sometimes I worry about him. I really do.
there was a conservative guy who was planning murders of all of his competition.
Ken Stomsky.
And the FBI and the authorities started to get onto it and track him down.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I don't think this is anything like that.
All right.
No, just kidding.
I heard FBI. That's all I
that's
heard.
all we needed.
All right.
All right, then John Grisham.
Okay, it was a stretch.
This one's a mystery.
I recognize that name. I'll give that one to you.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
He has a lot of books that were turned into movies as well. So this one's The Reckoning, and it's set in 1946 in Clayton, Mississippi.
So this is just after the war.
You're right. Correct.
In the middle of Deep South and the prejudice of that time.
Right.
Yeah.
It's reminiscent of the finest tradition of Southern Gothic storytelling. The Reckoning would not be complete without Grisham's signature layers of legal suspense, and he develops on every page.
That sounds like a Grisham novel.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
If none
Actually,
of
he's
those,
a fun read too.
Yeah, I mean, his books are pretty quick reads. You know, like they keep you moving. You know, there's a lot of action and suspense. So, if none of those suit your fancy, this one's the one for you. The Library Book.
Oh, okay.
By Susan Orleans. It's actually a book about the 1986 fire at the Los Angeles Public Library, but it's actually a gripping read. And let me tell you, I know that sounds very riveting, but so it's trying to figure out who started the fire.
Because you're a librarian, of course you're going to find a book about a library.
You have to drop it. You have to drop it in there. You know, so that's for your nonfiction lovers out there.
He dropped it while it was hot.
Exactly.
Oh, Peter, not you.
If none of those
join the dark side.
I had to get one in.
If none of those suit your fancy, I can also recommend.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. If that wasn't for you, there's 1,000 books to read before you die, a life-changing list. And actually, apparently this
is it an article?
No, it's a book of
it's
1,000 books.
About 1,000 books.
Actually,
there's another TV show in reference here too.
Of course,
yeah, I know.
You know which one I'm talking about? Yeah,
it was a Spike show.
Yes, now known as the Paramount Network. The show, Kathy. 1,000 Ways to Die.
It's actually kind of a funny show.
Yeah.
This one is celebrate the pleasure of reading and the thrill of discovering new titles in an extraordinary book that is compulsively readable, entertaining, surprising, and enlightening as the 1,000 plus titles it recommends.
Does it give like excerpts of all the books or something?
Yeah, I think just a little
teasers
and teasers kind of.
That's a coffee table book.
I also had a special recommendation for somebody in the studio.
Really?
Right on their reading level. The New Librarian. Libear.
Oh, Kenny's going to hold that right up to the camera for everybody.
That's funny. The librarian.
So for our favorite mispronunciation of the word librarian, we've got a book for him.
Librarian. Yeah, I like
this. This is, the bear gets out of the Goldilocks story, and mayhem and hilarity ensues as it becomes the librarian.
I'm honored you schlepped that thing up here because of me.
Of course I would.
That's a good tribute. I like that.
Yeah. Let me see that again.
All right, here you go. You can check it out from your local public library.
It does, and this is cool because it doesn't look like any other bear I've ever seen.
True.
It doesn't look like Winnie. It doesn't look like
they had a good illustrator
Boo-Boo.
for that book.
It doesn't look like Yogi. It doesn't look like Paddington. What's up with Paddington? He's come back around.
What's the deal with Paddington?
Okay, Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, they have there's 2 movies that were released. Like the animated.
Yeah, but
CGI
Paddington was around like 30 years ago, wasn't he?
Yeah, but all those things. I mean, The Grinch just had a new movie that was around 50 years.
Paddington has never gone out of fashion with children's books.
Oh, okay.
It's like Winnie the Pooh.
I've never read. I've never read anything Paddington.
Oh, Paddington!
I just recognize the character.
It's humorous. It's more comical. Winnie the Pooh is more insightful, and it's sort of a slice of childhood and coming of age with Winnie the Pooh. He has a lot of truisms that, as older people, we understand.
Yeah.
But Paddington is just fun, silly. He takes things very literally, so he's always getting into trouble because he just doesn't understand.
He gets in trouble, but does he cause mischief like Yogi?
Well, Yogi's mischievous. Paddington is innocent.
It's a very, very innocent fun.
I like sort of like Curious George kind of way.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm more a mischief person,
Yes, we know.
And he's treated
Hey, boo-boo, let's go get us a pig in a basket.
He's treated
But
as a member
Yogi,
of the
what about
family.
Mr. Ranger? Chief Boo. All right, go ahead. Sorry about that.
No, we're done. We are
9:31 at WSKB. It's time for a break here on Ken's Den.
Hey, do you have something special to play for me?
I do.
Play it.
outside.
I gotta go away.
Baby, it's cold outside.
This evening has been
Hoping that you dropped in.
very nice.
I'll hold your hands, they're just like
My mother will start to worry.
Beautiful, what's your
My father
hurry?
will be pacing the floor.
Listen to that fireplace
So
roar.
really I'd better scurry.
Beautiful, please don't
But
hurry.
maybe just a soda pop
Put
or
some records on while I
the
pour.
neighbors might think,
Baby, it's bad out there.
say, was that a wink?
No cabs to be had out there.
I wish I knew
Your
how
eyes are like starlight
to
now.
break this spell.
I'll take your hat, your hair looks
I
swell.
wanna get home for dinner.
Mind if I move
So
in
it's time for
closer?
me to cast you aside.
What's the sense of hurting my pride?
I really can't say.
Baby, don't hold out. Baby, it's cold outside.
I simply must go.
Baby, it's cold outside.
So thanks for the show.
But baby, it's cold outside.
The welcome has been
How lucky that you
so
dropped in.
nice and warm.
Look out the window at that
My
storm.
sister will be
Gosh, your
suspicious.
lips look
My brother
delicious.
will be there at the door.
Waves upon a tropical
My
shore.
maiden aunt's mind is
Gosh,
vicious.
your lips are delicious.
Maybe just another dance
Never
more.
such a blizzard before.
I gotta get home.
Baby, you freeze out there.
Say, lend me your comb.
It's up to your knees out there.
You've really been grand.
I feel when I touch your
But
hand.
don't you see?
How can you do this thing to me?
There's bound to be a talk tomorrow.
Think of my lifelong
At least there'll
sorrow.
be plenty implied.
If you got pneumonia and
I
die,
really can't stay.
get over that old love. Baby, it's cold. Baby, it's cold outside.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Bay State Dental. Comprehensive dentistry at 14 convenient locations in Springfield, Chicopee, Longmeadow, West Springfield, Belchertown, East Longmeadow, Ludlow, Northampton, Greenfield, and Wilbraham, as well as 29 Broad Street in Westfield. Bay State Dental makes it a priority to help you achieve and maintain the healthy smile you deserve. On the web at baystatedental.com.
We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646. Friday mornings is something different on 89.5 FM. It's JP's Talk About Town.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University. This is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
Hey, Kathy.
Hey, what?
Hey, Kathy.
Hey, what?
Hey, Kathy.
Hey, what?
Oh, quiet everybody, my commercial's on. Hi, I'm Peter Griffin of the New England Patriots. I'm here to kick off the Touchdown of Savings weekend at Wilkins Hyundai and Subaru. We will blitz the competition, and in no time, you'll be driving your new Hyundai or Subaru right to a touchdown.
Yay!
At Wilkins Hyundai and Subaru, we have Hyundais and Subarus.
9:36 on the nose, Kathy. You know
I love it.
I played that just for you.
And I'm touched. Really, I am. I think. All right, Dan.
I love you
Song, I
too.
hope.
Yes.
Now it's time just to work on Kathy here.
And there you go. How about the Roadrunner and the Coyote? They blow up everything in sight. I didn't grow up thinking I could blow up everything in sight.
That's because we had a brain on our shoulders.
Ted
was that
Kaczynski
it?
did.
No, he didn't.
I had to pick a name of a bomber.
Yeah,
we gotta go to that movie.
What movie?
Roadrunner versus Coyote.
When's that coming out?
I didn't know there was.
It's supposed to come out in 2019.
Ooh,
I did
that'll be
not
fun.
know that.
Yeah.
That's called the road trip.
That
We'll do the
used to-
critique for it.
That used to be one of my favorite cartoons.
We need to go together because that's going to be fun.
No. Me and Kathy are going on that date.
Aha.
Well, forget you then. That's it. I quit.
I already planned this with Kathy 3 months ago when I announced this.
That's right. Oh, that's right. Yes, we did. We
All right.
talked about it.
I'll go to the same time and heckle you.
We'll go.
Oh, you could. You could
We'll
throw
heckle 'em.
popcorn
Yeah,
at it.
Roadrunner versus
like
Coyote.
a Mystery Science Theater, but
Yeah,
it'll be
right.
about them.
Somebody call up on whoever has a internet feed here, like on
I
this
got one.
Mac. Roadrunner versus.
Now you want me to do something for you.
Yeah. Can't come
see?
to the movie with you. Now you want him to work?
Yeah. What's up with that? You're welcome.
Uh-oh.
What's going on at the library while Pete's looking this up?
We have a
There's
speaker series.
we have the speaker series. The December one, which was part of the Westfield 350, was canceled due to a health issue. So
Yeah, Bruce Cordes had a heart issue, and he's doing well, by the way.
Yeah.
He's back up and posting, not really ready to stand
hit
up
the
and
road
do a
again,
lecture,
yeah.
but
it'll be rescheduled. The date will be publicized once we know. But, so.
But he does have his book out for sale now. What is the title of it?
Whips of
Westfield.
Westfield. I
Westfield.
can't remember what the subtitle is off the top of my head, but there's like the whip industry in Westfield or something. I forget exactly what the
Whips of
subtitle is.
Westfield, the red light district. No?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
No.
Kathy, you're our historian. Did we ever have a red light district in Westfield?
I would not know. That is not in any of the history books that I have. Believe me.
Okay.
I could not answer that. Although there is a
We're gonna have to charge a library in finding that out.
rumor. There's a rumor only that
there was a House of ill. Yeah.
Yes.
There was. I think.
House of ill repute.
I don't know if I should say where it is.
No.
There is a rumor. It's a very iconic architectural structure in Westfield.
Hopefully it wasn't 6 Elm Street.
Oh shoot! You weren't supposed to say it out loud, Dan.
Well, maybe it was 6 Elm Street. Come on in and see what's there
Come
now.
on in. We'll show you what's in there.
No.
But it's all conjecture and rumor, so I can't attest to that.
But I am familiar with that rumor.
Yeah. Well, it's been on social media, so
Yeah.
I don't suppose there's any harm in you
Yeah. Well,
saying.
one day I went driving around to see if they were still open, and I couldn't find it.
They weren't there.
Yeah.
They weren't.
Nobody
there.
gives a
Darn
date.
it.
I looked at 4 different articles now.
Okay.
No, it's not official.
They don't
No
have a
date.
Release date.
Is it in production yet?
Yeah, they said they've signed on people to work it. So
Okay.
All right.
Should have asked the librarian to look. So
Danny Nason says way back.
Oh,
Danny Nason
burn.
says one side of the green was called Rum Row.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
over where the post office is. That's a pretty well-known fact, but that's not what he's talking about.
Mm.
They had a lot of bars there, and women actually were not encouraged to even walk on that side of the street. But I don't know how really effective that was, because Nash's Bakery was right next door, and there was an ice cream shop there also. There was an ice cream shop. If you can picture where the bank is, it was sort of in that area.
Which bank?
At the cemetery tours, Rum Row was
They
brought up
talked
this
about
year.
Rum Row, yeah. And that was later on. It wasn't, late 1800s, because it was the library. I mean, the post office was built in 1914. That much I do know.
Gotcha.
All right.
What else is going on at the library?
Yeah,
we'll get through this.
The next upcoming speaker series would then be January 23rd, and it's Gourmet Mushrooms of the Northeast.
Is that Chef John doing that one?
No.
Because he talked about it a few times.
I
don't think it is.
I don't think it is. No, I can't remember who.
Because he's talked about it on the show.
Yeah.
You know, Oregon is looking at legalizing mushrooms now.
Psychedelic ones?
Like shiitakes?
No, psychedelic ones.
Yeah. No, I'm not
No, I
joking
know, I
about
saw
it.
that too. I know.
Yeah. Yeah, we should jump on that now so we're ahead of the game.
Right. Start getting your licenses ready and everything.
Moving along.
Just making a free-for-all.
Next. What's in February?
Listen to Kathy here.
Help us. Help us here, Dan.
On that one, I agree with her.
Elevate us.
I agree with her.
Well, because of the holidays, there is no January First Thursday concert because of the New Year and everything.
Yeah, sure.
So the next one's.
But wait a minute, that's already going to be the 3rd.
Yeah, but
so it's no longer New Year's.
Watch yourself. No, just kidding.
That was the equivalent of the finger.
I'm not even sure where that,
I don't even know
was
what
going. But
I don't
okay,
even-
moving along.
So the next one is February 7th, though, but that's the Westfield High and Tech Academy Jazz Band, which is always a great show.
Yeah, they're a good
Mark
band.
your calendars now for February 7th.
Mhm.
There's in the children's room. There's still a few spaces. We have holiday teas, which is like a story time, crafts, and they get a little apple juice and some cookies and stuff.
Cool. So teas, T-E-A-S, and not
Right.
T-E-A-S-E.
Right. No,
All right.
not like golf and not like the shirt you wear. Yes. So it's
No, he was spelling teas.
T-E-A-S-E.
Not T-E-E-S.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said
T. Well, I heard teas.
I tuned you out after a bit.
Which is probably a survival technique.
Yeah, teas, like what happens in a red light district.
Yes.
That's not going on in the
Again,
children's
this is
library.
the
No.
children's department.
Well, that's why I needed to clarify T-E-A-S-E or T-E-A-S.
Yes, there's no pulling of pigtails or anything like that.
No, that's
the boys
wrong.
won't be
Dipping
teasing
the
the
hair
girls.
in the inkwell.
Yes.
People today don't even know what I'm talking about.
They don't know what an inkwell is.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
That just remind me of that scene from the movie Stripes when they go into the bar and they have the mud wrestling there. No hitting no hitting below the belt. No squeezing somebody's nose. Doink. I mean, a great scene.
I'm trying to make the
John
leap
Candy
from
was in that
inkwell
one.
to
Okay.
that. I'm not getting that.
Yeah. This is what happens when I experiment with
7 ways to
Psychedelic
Ken.
mushrooms. We covered it.
No, not mushrooms. The SAD medication.
Oh yeah.
I could be up or down. You got me when I was up today.
I actually have a desk with an inkwell from the old intermediate school, not the intermediate school now, but the intermediate school that was on Broad Street. It was the original Westfield High School. And when the Westfield High School moved up to Smith Avenue, it became grades 7 and 8. And it was considered an elementary school, but it was built like in the 1800s. And I have a desk from there, and it had an inkwell in it. And I remember.
Does it still have any ink?
No, we don't have ink, but I was fascinated.
Do you still have the quill that you would use with that?
I didn't use a quill. You're so mean.
You was mechanical.
You're so mean.
Do you still have the candlelit lantern so you could see what you were doing?
Lanterns that I wrote with. Yeah, I know. Okay, moving along there.
9:44 and a half p. I want to do a quick break because
no.
I want to make sure we get in everything at the library. We'll be back right after this.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Underwriting for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield, serving the youth of the Whip City and surrounding communities since 1969. For more information on the Great Futures Club for ages 3 to 5, happening weekdays, and the Club Teen Center for ages 11 and older, weekdays from 6:30 till 8 p.m., go online at bcgwestfield.org or visit the club at 28 West Silver Street. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield. Great futures start here. We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646. Friday mornings is something different on 89.5 FM. It's JP's Talk About Town.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
Do you know who I am?
Kenny!
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Who the hell is that?
Kenny!
Who is that?
Kenny!
Who the hell is that?
Kenny!
Who is that?
Kenny!
You're listening to Ken's Den with Ken Stomsky.
That's the fact check.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Giggity. I'm here with Dan Paquette from the library.
You played that just because of the Stripes reference.
Something clicked in my head, and I'm like, well, usually I don't do my bump this late into the show, but I haven't done my bump in a week or two anyway, and I did mention Stripes.
There it is.
So the kiddie side is open back up now, right?
Yeah. So if you're looking for any of these programs for the children, you can go back into the original children's room and check it out. We're very excited that it's back open.
Formaldehyde free,
okay, asbestos free. All that icky stuff is gone. No lead on the windows. So yeah,
I can go up and gnaw on the sill, and then
all
I'm
you
gonna be
want.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna get brain damage.
Yeah, I'm sure it's 100% fine to do that.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
We flavored them cherry flavor.
Good, because I want to find out what it tastes like.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kathy's mic wasn't open, and she just big time.
I heard it through the other mic.
The only thing left for the project, really, for the most part, is the signage. So now that everything's where it is, we're going to officially order up the signage and get it out there. So
double check with my boss here at the radio station, Brent Bean. He has a thing about signs.
No, does it?
And we also have the new entrance coming in the back that goes right into the Boys and Girls Library, so they can park in the back now.
Yeah, you park in the back, enter directly into the children's room.
Don't tell everyone to park in the back. That's where I go when I need to work there.
Well, just so they know, there is a back, and it's handicap accessible, and they can come in through there much easier than going up the steps if you don't like the steps.
Exactly, universal access directly to the adult section of the library, or wheel right into the children's room. So it's really convenient for the parents, with strollers and a bustle load of kids.
I've actually come to like that rear entrance there. As you know, I've been down there to do stuff for the 350.
Yeah,
and it's a lot nicer than walking around to the front, especially this time of the year.
Yeah. So hopefully there'll be less risk of people falling and hurting themselves. In New England weather, it's always a chance of ice
much like a certain politician's daughter who sprained her ankle in New York City and got $92,000 for it because there was a crack in the sidewalk. Pays to have friends in high places. Just Google it. All right, I'm not going to get into it. What else is going on at the library?
Before the break, I was mentioning the holiday tea. So there's only 3 of them that have spaces left because they're very popular. So that's the Tuesday, December 11th from 6 to 7. So that's a night one for parents who work. Wednesday, December 19th from 10 to 11. And Saturday, December 22nd from 1 to 2. So all those ones still have space, at least as of last night. So
TEAS.
Correct.
Okay.
And these are all free of charge.
All free of charge. Open to the public. That one's best for kids 2 to 6 years old. And obviously their parents. There's the Read to Rover program, which is back. That's a chance to read to some adorable puppies in a non-judgmental way. That's for kids 5 to 10, and that's Saturday, December 15th. If you like Legos,
who doesn't?
On December 26th, come be part of the Library Building Blocks Club. And
these real Legos or these the cheap the big fat Duplo?
No,
ones?
Real Legos.
Real Legos.
Okay. We don't.
What was it? Duplex, Duplo.
Duplo.
Yeah. Okay.
Those are. For younger kids, usually are the Duplos that. With not as much tactile.
When I was young, I was
skill.
pissed off that those two weren't interchangeable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it irritated the hell out of me.
I hear you. Yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah. But Legos, that's cool. Are adults allowed?
I know. I
Actually,
feel like I
they
need to
do.
sneak
They are
down there.
creating sets for adults now.
Yeah. No, never mind. I won't go there. Anyway, I was gonna make reference to the red light district again, but I'm gonna stay away from that.
Okay, moving along.
Then there's a family.
Brah, you got standards to uphold. I don't.
I know exactly.
Okay, don't ruin what you have going on with the Athenaeum. All right.
Okay, keep going.
And then the last thing I was going to mention was the family movie during that holiday week is Friday, December 28th from 2 to 4. We're showing Shelby, A Magical Holiday Tale.
And we can say that on the air because it's not in print, right?
Just
pretty much.
Yeah, think anyone's coming after me.
And can I just ask for a clarification here that these programs with the younger children, you need adult supervision with them? They're not. Are they drop off, or
no,
do they need to stay with their
believe
child?
Yes, they would all be stay with your child.
Stay
programs.
with your child.
So you can't use the library as a babysitter.
Well, unfortunately, I know when my children were young, excuse me, and we would go to programs, I would see parents do that. And it just fascinated me. I love the sign in a library that said, every child left unattended will be sent home with a kitten.
Is that why you have so many cats now, Kathy? Oh no, my daughter just went to the library by herself and I got another cat.
Well, I think it's important for parents to know that you expect them to stay with them.
Yeah, it is. It is. That reminds me of one of my favorite children's books, The Day That Dinosaurs Came with Everything. It's a great book where they go to pick up some donuts and they get a dinosaur. Then they go to get his haircut, he gets a dinosaur.
That's cute.
It's a great book. Highly recommended if you have young kids.
Part of the Jurassic Park series?
Not quite.
Do you have anything left?
That was it. That was it for programs.
All right. 9:52 and a half. See that? I told you I'd make it happen. Christmas time for you.
It's a miracle.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you doing?
What am I doing? Staying home. We went away for Thanksgiving, so this will be at home, just opening presents, letting the kids rip the house to shreds. And
I wish I had more time to talk to you about Atlanta.
Oh yeah,
because I'm somewhat familiar with that area. I love it down there. Did you actually get a chance to go out at all?
Yeah. We went to there's like a river walk.
Okay,
we did that. And then what was the name? There was like a
There's an area called Buckhead.
Building.
Is that Buckhead where all the restaurants are and stuff? Isn't it called Buckhead?
Peachtree is where a lot of the restaurants are.
I think that may have been it, where there's like an old Sears factory that they've turned into a bunch of shops and restaurants now.
Like they did in East Hampton,
Peachtree area,
Yeah, so that was really cool.
Drew right outside the business district. Yeah. All right. I want to thank Dan Paquette for coming in here. This is the last time I think I'm going to have you on until next year.
Well, enjoy the rest of your year.
And
thank you for having me.
And next month, you actually get a break from me. Maybe you'll have
we'll miss you.
You'll have a real sincere show. And I know by then it'll be 2019, so we won't be playing Baby It's Got Cold Outside. Next week, Chef John Slattery will be in his house. That's going to be my last broadcast for a while. I have no idea where that show is going to go.
You have your quiz.
I have the quiz.
Bring it this time.
I'm going to try to be very quick about it and just get through it because I have a feeling it's just going to be a very wonky broadcast.
Okay.
Because the following week is Christmas and Best Of.
On a Tuesday.
The week after that?
No, it's Polka.
Yeah. Christmas is 12 hours of polka and Polish Christmas music. The week after that is New Year's. Best Of.
We're going to be sleeping.
The week after that, Kathy's filling in because I'll be in Vegas.
We'll see you at the end of January.
Yeah, mid-January I'll be back. December 31st, Top 100 Countdown from the Children's Museum. And I covered what's going on with all the other broadcasts. Are we going to go out on my usual note, or do you have something else?
The 350, unless you want something else.
We have 5 minutes left to go. Let's do the usual song. Westfield 350 song, WSKB.
Always something about coming back home. City lights approaching over the bridge and into this town. Traffic stalled but moving, and people tend to stay around. Familiar face with the same old crowd, where people still know your name. Who is who and who's to blame for silly pranks before high school games of hockey, football, baseball, still the same. Generations go on past and mornings go by way too fast. We don't need another time. We don't need another vision, because we're tearing down Westfield now, still moving forward, built to last. Held on by values we hold true. Still raise high, red, white, and blue. We're proud this song to get the job done. Make some time for a little fun. Come see what we've done today. Westfield is here to stay. Park to Little River Road, so many opportunities arose. Manufacture whips and arms and gear. The supply chain of the world starts here. Heroes rise and call upon. Police and fire and National Guard. Community will rise above to protect and serve in our backyard. We don't need another time. We don't need another vision. We're here now in Westfield, Mass. Still moving forward, built to last. Held on values we hold true. Still raise high, red, white, and blue. We're proud and strong to get the job done. Make some time for a little fun. Come see what we've done today. Westfield is here to stay. Life of Dickens days, sprinkles holiday cheer among winter's rays. Streetlights glow with gaslight warmth to bring us back to charm. We hold tight to tradition here and celebrate 350 years of rebuilds, wars fought, and kids coming home from victories, losses, and parts unknown. They don't need another time. They don't need another vision. They're coming home to Westfield, Mass. Still moving forward, built to last. Held on values we hold true. Still raise high, red, white, and blue. They're proud and strong to get the job done. But make some time for a little fun. Come see what they've done today. Westfield is here to stay. Here to